clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome everyone to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Sun Devils will put total leather and will get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Motion from the back. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Turning it on! He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
He might want another play. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going for the big play. Snags it inside the 20. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. Gets the back moving. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Shakes off the defender. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Trying to pull their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami!
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll operate out of split backs. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
The Sun Devils come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
I mean, that's a great job by this defense, using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score, they get you jacked up, excited. Defense is about adrenaline and really being able to play fast and physical and hard. Now they come out, 3 plays, they get the stop and force a fourth down.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. They'll go with a direct snap. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up and...
To the air on first down. They'll run the screen. It's a fumble. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any...
This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Ooh-wee. Like, listen, I know you've got the completion, and that's what you want. That's the goal, but you don't want your quarterback getting smacked like that repeatedly.
Looking downfield, it's McLeod. Makes the catch. It's Kamara. Nice move there. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And the Sun Devils had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And he's chased out of bounds at the 6-yard line, and they'll try to stick it in from there.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy, because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. And
the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Pope. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on first down. He'll take the deep shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Fires to the big fella.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew that he had the slant throw right in behind him.
And the Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to get it through the air. He's got him in the flat. They'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll go 4 wide, twin receivers on either side on 2nd and 6.
29 Philly, 2-9 Locker.
He wants to change this route. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out route. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Miami.
The Canes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
Come on, set.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
The Hurricanes are marching down the field. Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Right down the middle. Finds the tight end. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And the Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the back. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And the Canes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together.
4-2 Spider. Cross.
To the ground with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it from the gun. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricane!
The running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Florida State took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2013 Seminoles team led by Jameis Winston, Devontae Freeman, and Kelvin Benjamin would just steamroll teams. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll send the back in motion. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He's got the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. Back to throw, it's McLeod. Working that wide receiver screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
The Sun Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Sun Devils will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Here we go!
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Throws it back. He'll pull it down. Oh, what a move to get room. Oh, he's got some space. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Gets it to the back. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Hurricanes will hustle to the line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he'll finish the ride in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They took it 71 yards down the field. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's McLeod. Trying to burn this defensive back. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
He's got him wide open. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Takes the grab on the left. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Sun Devils really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Looking to throw for it. Deep shot for the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Lined up. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. And the pass is incomplete off the fake field goal, and sometimes you just outsmart yourself. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Canes will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. To the air, it's McLeod. Finds his tight end. And some room to work. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They just keep firing. Snagged in the middle. It's Kamara. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Skips away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Arizona State.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Oklahoma is currently ahead early in this one, but they just haven't been able to really pull that schooner ahead offensively. They're up by 7 over USC. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got it in the middle. It's Burgess. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Offense set on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Now on second down. The give on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll move the wide receiver. Rides to back and leaves it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Arrow. Yep. Now.
Looking to fire. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Release to the back. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. Breaks into the open. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Dropping back, it's McLeod. They've got the screen set up. On the move at the 30. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. And the Sun Devils are rolling down the field. They'll move the tight end. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the big fella. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
Number 12, set to kick off.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gives it on the option. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun. Give on the inside. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football downfield in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And the Canes will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Too much contact after the fair catch signal, and it'll cost him here. Motion from the back. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. It's him in stride inside the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, this quarterback has a ton of confidence in his wide receivers to win one-on-one, and you're not going to get a bigger opportunity to prove that than on that fourth down. That was a throw vertically down the field. Not an easy one to complete. He just knew where his guy was going to be and when. Stuck it right on him, and they keep the drive alive.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Now on second and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. Lining up to add another.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was Pater.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Bring in the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, third and long coming. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And the Canes want to move quickly. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give out of the gun. Picks up the first down, still moving. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback moving. Outside the pocket, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. The give to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish.
2-9 Philly.
A first down run in the red zone. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Timeout, Arizona State.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for the score. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He won't make it. Stopped short of the goal line. The attempt for 2 is no good, and they are still down by 1. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. In a tight game like this, it's no time for complacency, David.
Nah, your defense just let you down a little bit. You still got the lead. 4th quarter, Palmer, it's go time.
Yeah, I think
just keeps moving. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Sun Devils come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The corners are walked up tight. To the ground, he's got it again. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left.
in situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Running back searching for a hole. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, 1st and goal. Timeout is called by the defense, 19 ticks remaining. And the Sun Devils will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
That is how it's done. Great job by this offense. And because of the score and the time, you kick the extra point because you're going to make them go down the field, have to score, and get a 2-point conversion to tie this football game. Great drive by this offense.
They'll line up to go for 2. To throw, it's McLeod. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Pope. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. ready at the 19-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's taking a deep shot. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in the 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Laterals it back. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. What a battle this game was. Went right down to the end. #1 team in the land gets knocked off. But sometimes this gives you a chance to recalibrate some things, guys.
Yeah, and they're going to have to go back and watch this film and face some tough truths as well, because we know they've got a ton of talent, and this is a team that when they're playing their A game, they look like the best team in the country, David. Consistency, though, is going to be a big thing for them moving ahead.
Yeah, so you got to use this. You got to look at what you did wrong. You got to say, okay, maybe we're not as good as we thought we were. Just because we were #1, that doesn't mean anything until the end of the season, and you're the last guy standing, and you have the trophy. So take this loss, work on some of those things you think you need to work on so it doesn't happen again.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.